Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. It's 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The playoff picture becoming much clearer, but still a handful of games yet to be played. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the New York Knicks. A good roll continuing right now for the Knicks. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. And if you've been watching this team play lately, you know who they've been getting the big baskets from? Freak! He's been on a tear. How's he gotten so hot, Shaq?
Well, you know, he's letting the game come to him on the offensive end. He's not forcing his shot, but he's still being aggressive, and he's always testing his defender. And he's, you know what, Ernie? He smells that barbecue chicken down there. You can't guard this man one-on-one. Well, lick your fingers. The barbecue chicken is hot and crispy.
You're making me hungry right now, but...
Crispy barbecue chicken?
Ooh, I just can't wait. You make me hungry. Is it lunchtime? We got it some time. But, you know, he's not settling for any look either. This guy is very versatile. He'll take you inside, take you outside. He's the kind of player that seems like he's a step ahead, like mentally. Like he has this mental telepathy that goes on and goes. He knows what you're thinking before you think it, before the guy thought it was a thought.
Wow. It's like an extraordinary basketball IQ.
Yes.
Do you have a high basketball IQ, Shaq?
No, didn't need one, Ernie.
Why?
Because I had the ES.
What's that?
Elbow sandwiches.
Now I'm really hungry.
Elbow sandwiches.
Let's
right
get
in
it
your
down
mouth.
to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Starks, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony, and it's Neal in at the 2 spot. That's good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Into this one.
They drew a lot of fouls in their games, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lacked discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe.
Let's now go to Doris Burke over across the way, who spoke with Lionel Hollins, and Doris, take it away.
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was...
That jam! Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the
They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questioning that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Lin the pass to Hill. The dish now to Fournier. He kicks it to Lin. They get a hand on it. Starks with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Ball going up court. Pass to Porzingis. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And Hill has it in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Hill's got his first basket.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Anthony. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch. With being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
Well, he should enjoy it as good as he is as a defender. He gives opposing point guards nightmares. Activity, energy are just too much for some guys to deal with.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Valuable defensive work for them. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Move the ball. Stick it to Here's Starks, and he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Young. Anthony with the defensive effort.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And it's good. And now a 12-point Knicks lead.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Dishes to Young. Fournier for three, and no good trying to get that one. And we've reached.
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
I mean, I don't really think there's been a key. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do on a basketball court, right? I guess the one other thing is rebound, so I'll try to focus on that for next half. Good luck with that, young man. Kevin, a young talent looking to do whatever it takes to make it in the NBA.
All right, Doris, thank you. And
it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day, a jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin, Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah,
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. We've got Gallinari. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Lynn in at the one. So that's the group for Lionel Hollins as we begin the second half. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers had a huge game. He ended with 41 points, and did he ever have active hands on defense? Stealing, blocks, both were a part of his game that night. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. 90 seconds now into the second half. The Knicks leading by 18. Shot from free throw range. Rivers, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Hill kicks to Fournier. Rivers against Lynn. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Oh!
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the
players in his position.
Hill up top to the right side. And a wide open look for Lynn. Off target with his three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
A difficult situation to be sure for Brooklyn. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Now the dish to Lopez. No good trying to beat the buzzer here, but you never know. And here's Brooklyn and New York looking at who they've got. Starks in at point guard. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Neal in at the 2 guard.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Now, here is Starks. To the paint, in the corner, Neal with it. Drills the three-pointer.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
And the net shooting 43% for the game. Fournier passes to Young. He kicks it to Lopez. And that one is hammered home.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Anthony drives in. Good.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number.
Lets it go from deep. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Outside Hardaway. He dishes it to Fournier. Lopez against Lopez. Alinari with it. The three. The Knicks pull it in. Starks has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Shots it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
And he gets it to go.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And it's Lopez at the elbow. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
A good one, really one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Starks. Starks has got 35.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Starks with the steal. Outside Anthony. Anthony off a pick from Starks. On the wing, Starks. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 7th assist here tonight.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Lynn against Starks. Lynn dishes to Hardaway. Down low, here's Young. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And, guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night, they've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And you could see, Greg, how badly they wanted this win. For 2 very familiar opponents, a win in the season series really carries an awful lot of extra weight.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Speedy. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Rebound, Brooklyn.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Lopez sets a screen for Lynn. It's stolen. Here's Starks. Off target from outside. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.